We've gone a little bit early. Welcome to the live stream. I hope you're all well. Right then, I've come on because we want to see what's going on. Now, there's the stuff dropping thick and fast. It's not broken for lunch yet, so we haven't heard off Sharon, but we will be. Okay. Sorry, I've just had something come in. Just give me a moment. Okay. Right then, 111 watching. Hello everybody, welcome. So we've getting updates coming in. So I just want to bring them all to you. And then when Sharon breaks for lunch, I think she's going to come and talk to us, okay? And then a bit later on, we'll get our Sharon on. So we'll let her get home and we'll get her on. So we're going to see the updates at the moment. Some of you won't know about this case. I know a lot of you do, but we've had new subscribers since this case happened. Thank you. We've had new subscribers, and some people are saying, "What's this about?" So just to let you guys know, this is the case of Nicola Bulley, who vanished into thin air, according to her partner, and was found 23 days later. What's that? And apparently she'd been in the water for over 3 weeks, 23 days in the water. And nobody found her, not one person found her after mountain rescue, after police, divers, Peter Folding, this specialist equipment. Nobody found her, but a psychic found her who just happened to be walking past on a Sunday morning, 60 miles from his home. And a professional photographer just so happened to be walking past from Bristol, which is about 250 miles away, with his equipment to take a photo of the psychic finding Nicola. You couldn't make this shit up, right? I do not believe for one moment that Nicola fell in at that bench. And I do not believe for one moment that Nicola was in the water for all that time and nobody found her. You'd be talking sniffer dogs that were going on boats that would have smelt out the reed. It's bollocks. Okay. So we're going to have a look and see what's going on. Now, like I say, Sharon and another, I don't know if we're allowed to mention who the other one is, because I haven't got their permission. So we're just going to say Sharon for now. Is at the inquest, okay? But they did take the phone off her. So we don't have, she doesn't have her phone. They had to do a full search when she got there this morning. She said that press were gathering, and there was she sent me a photo of the press gathering really early this morning, and they're not allowed any phones. They have to have their bags checked and everything else. And hang on, let me just grab this up for you. Hang on. So, but she's going to be giving me a ring or dialing in on StreamYard at lunchtime. Okay. So let's get the latest updates up. So again, this isn't from our Sharon. I want to say hello to everybody. Good afternoon. There's over 200 people here. We are here to find out the inquest details. Now, we do know that there's 16 witnesses being called today, and they include Paul Ansell and Nicola's sister, Louise Cunningham. So those two are going to be given, just grabbing a tea, hold on. They're giving evidence today, okay? Peter Folding and Jason Rothwell, the self-proclaimed psychic, won't be giving evidence. Okay, at the moment we've got a police diver giving evidence. Welcome everybody coming in. Please hit the like if you enjoy this, dislike if you don't. Thank you to our members. I really appreciate you. I'm just going to turn the settings on because I don't know if we've got any managing moderators in. Just give me a sec and do that. And then I'm going to read out to you the updates. So just give me a sec. I did come on early to get this because there was stuff happening, so I wanted to jump on. So just bear with me if I'm not fully organised. So if you're not subscribed, you do have to subscribe. There's no minimum subscription. You don't have to subscribe for any minimum time. Subscribing is free, but you have to subscribe to talk, and that's to stop the spam bots and everything else from coming in. Okay, welcome everybody. Thank you for joining the membership, Just Kate. I really appreciate you. Thank you everybody for being here, and thank you to our members. You guys are amazing. Right, okay, let's read this out. Let's see what's happening. So this is the latest what's going on. There's probably other people live as well. So you guys have most likely got a choice of who to go with for this information. So for those of you that are here, that are with us, I really, really appreciate you. It was in January this year, 27th of Jan. Okay, now the latest we got the timeline of events here. So, okay, Nicola died as a result of drowning. We know that. So they're saying there was no, she wasn't. There's no sign of murder. There's no sign of any foul play. They're saying that she died of drowning. That's what she died of. Okay. So it says she died as a result of drowning and was alive when she fell into the water. Giving evidence at County Hall in Preston today, Dr. Alison Armour said watery fluid and fragments of dirt were found inside Nicola's body, and they were typical features we see in cases of drowning. Now, the thing is, okay, if she, let's just say she was murdered, she could have been drowned. She could have been pushed in. She could have been drowned in a bath or drowned in that water, and then thrown in. So surely, just because she died of having water in her lungs and dirt doesn't mean that she wasn't murdered. Now, we knew this was coming, okay? I'm still thinking that they're going to go with suicide, okay? But we'll keep reading, okay? So here we go. She's added the 45-year-old was alive when she entered the water, and there was no evidence that she was harmed. No evidence. Right. Kate, did you get gifted? I just want to say a big thank you to Janet, who gifted a load of memberships. I didn't even see this the other day. I didn't know. So thank you. Some of you have been gifted memberships. So here we go. Then it says James Adderley, who is the coroner, who also did a series on Channel 5. Okay. Now you know that they love Channel 5 with Dan Walker. They all seem to go. There's always a link between Channel 5, isn't there? Have you noticed this little link that they do? Okay. It says James Adderley, the senior coroner, at the time of her death, she had no alcohol in her bloodstream. Okay. So I can confirm that they said there was no alcohol in Nicola's bloodstream. So to which Dr. Armour replied, that's my opinion. So they've had a senior coroner and we have a doctor both saying that she did not have alcohol in her bloodstream. Now they were really going for the drunken. They were really going for that, as we know. They were really good. They were really trying to get this drunk, off her face, menopausal mother. And it's just sickening, guys. It is absolutely sickening that they really push this and there's no alcohol in her bloodstream. Okay, it goes on. She vanished after dropping her daughters at school, which we know, and then took her usual dog walk. Her phone, still connected to a works team call, was found on a bench, even though the story's changed several times. Okay. I'm not really reading chat, so just bear with me. I'm not purposely ignoring you. I just want to get this out. Her phone, still connected to a works team call, was found on a bench overlooking the water. Now, again, the initial report said that the phone was found on the floor. They've changed it. All right. Let me just get this in. And then an update just a few minutes before the last one, which was the last one was 2 minutes ago. We've now got an update. The previous update at 12:04 p.m. UK time, which was 13 minutes ago, says a police underwater search specialist, so not Peter Folding. I can confirm Peter Folding has not been asked to attend. A police underwater search specialist said he believes that Nicola Bulley fell into the River Wire before floating downstream. Okay. A video of PC Matthew Thackeray in St Michael on Wire in Lancashire, where Miss Bulley is believed to have fallen in, was shown to the court. It says, in it, he said, this, I'm guessing, is this the police that were in the river? What Maria filmed, maybe. He said, there is a large vertical slope from the bench into the water. On the day, there was a steady flow downstream. We've seen this steady flow, this trickle. He went on. The water was 4 degrees Celsius, so almost freezing. But almost doesn't make it freezing, though, does it? And if she fell in, her muscles would probably seize, making it difficult to swim properly. Now, this water was not very deep at all. Okay. It goes on. He estimated she would have floated at a meter a second down the stream. A meter a second. I'm just reading out what I'm told. I don't believe what I'm reading. Hello, Axel. How you doing, mate? Thank you for being a member. I really appreciate you. Appreciate all the members. That was where Nicola was found. Now, remember, we had police dive teams up and down this river, this mile and a bit stretch of river, right? We had sniffer dogs in boats going along the river. Okay? You couldn't make this shit up. You could not make this shit up, folks. This is what they're saying. Now, we knew this was coming. We knew it. And I've stayed quiet on this because I wanted to wait for this to come out. Once the full report is out, I will literally, like, this is just a quick update. We'll be live again tonight to discuss. There's a lot of people that are at work and they're not going to see this. And we'll get Sharon on, who is at the inquest. So she can confirm all of this tonight, because it's good to have people there, isn't it? Because we know that they will. We're just having to trust what the media are telling us, you know. So yeah, Shona, I knew, darling, I knew. Okay. So he estimated she would have floated a meter a second. And again, this water was so shallow. So shallow. Okay, then the previous update, because I'm working backwards, was at 11:54 a.m., which was about half an hour ago. And it says there was some bruising to Nicola's body, but these do not contribute to her death, the inquest was told. Now, just want to say, if there was no assault, and if when she hit the water, her body froze and her muscles seized up, how could she breathe? How could she bruise? Because surely, if your body's cold and your muscles are seized up, you wouldn't bruise. Because you've got to be warm to bruise. Because you bruise when your blood ruptures under the skin. But if your body is cold, would you bruise? I'm not sure you would. But anyway, we need to look into that. So apparently she's covered in bruises, right? It says here, she was some bruising. Is there any evidence? The coroner asked, is there any evidence of a third party involvement playing any part in her death? And the doctor said, no, there was not. There's no evidence. Okay. So if you're just coming in, we are giving you updates on the Nicola Bulley inquest today. It's 2 days. And they're saying that Nicola died of drowning and she fell in at the bench. And there's no sign of assault. It says she also denied that there had been, this is the doctor, Dr. Armour. I'm not ignoring you guys, okay? I know there's a lot of people in chat, but I just need to focus on this. She also denied that there had been any indications that Miss Bulley was assaulted or harmed in any way. Don't shoot the messenger, guys, okay? We knew this was coming. I want to know how she got these bruises. If these bruises happen from her falling in, like you say, she wouldn't. Dr. Adderley is the coroner, okay? He's the coroner, and he's the one that had the Channel 5 show, which makes it suspicious in my view. And then the previous before that, we're going back about 35 minutes now. Mom of two had not been drinking. So this raging alcoholic that her partner made her out to be, okay, didn't have any alcohol in her blood. Now, does anybody here know how long alcohol stays in the blood? Because if she was a raging alcoholic who was drinking every night, then she would have had it in from last night, surely. Okay, so she had not been drinking before her death. Although there was, here we go, there was some alcohol content. So they're saying that she had been drinking the night before by the looks of it then. This was a result. Oh, hang on a minute. Although there was some alcohol, this was a result of the body decomposition, probably said that wrong, and produced by bacteria rather than consumed. So they're saying that there was no, I'm just getting my tea, there was no alcohol consumed, so not even the night before. The alcohol present was a body reaction to this bacteria. Okay. Yeah, I'm just having a quick sip of my tea. Guys, if you're coming in, please hit the like. Please support the stream if you like what we do here, because hitting the like helps. Get the kettle on if you want to get the kettle. If you need to, this is pretty shocking stuff, so you might need something stronger. But I've got a cup of tea. So goes on. Dr. James Adderley asked. He asked Dr. Alison Armour, who is the doctor who was, I'm guessing, did all the checks as well, because they have to have two of them, don't they? Who was giving evidence at the inquest. At the time of her death, she had no alcohol in her bloodstream. That's my opinion. Be interesting to know a little bit more about this Dr. Armour, wouldn't it? Okay. Okay, I'm giving you all the updates that since the inquests have started. I'm moving backwards so I can keep you the most up-to-date stuff. It goes on. It says Nicola had not been drinking. We know about that. This was a result. Okay, we know about that. Nicola died as a result of drowning. We know about that. I'm just seeing if there's anything new. Okay, giving evidence at the inquest. Watery fluid and fragments. We know about that. Typical features in drowning. And she was alive when she went in the water. So I'm just going back. Okay, coroner's warning to public. This was at 11:15 this morning, which was just over an hour ago now. Coroner's warning to public amid heightened security. Extra security is in place for the inquest into Miss Bulley's death due to social media interest in the case. Now, I just want to add as well, which this really pissed me off, guys. They did wall-to-wall coverage, constant coverage of this all day, every day, newspapers and TV. They completely wall-to-wall coverage, and then they tell us off for talking about it after. It's like that you want the attention of the public, you've got the attention of the public, but we don't want your help. But we do want your help. It's a fucking joke. It was a total fucking joke. And then they tell us off for wanting interest. And for those people that come in and say, I had one today, don't talk about this, get over it. No, I won't get over it. I've been quiet, waiting for the inquest. And now the inquest is here, they still want to shut me up. That ain't going to happen. Nicola deserves justice. And I don't believe for 1 minute that she just fell in the water. I smell bullshit. Okay, let me know what you guys think, all right? Okay, the senior coroner says additional security provisions have been put in place by police and the county council. This is to ensure the safety of everyone attending the inquest. No, it's to ensure the safety of you lot with your bullshit summaries or whatever you want to call it. The coroner also warned attendees, that's the family I'm guessing, not to disrupt the proceedings. Because I can imagine if that was my family, I'd be going nuts. Following unusual online commentary. Is that me? Unusual online commentary? Is it really? Really? If anybody has the slightest inclination or is contemplating disrupting this inquest, they should be aware this may amount to contempt of court. So basically, our Sharon needs to stay sat in a. I think she's in a wheelchair. I know that she has to have a scooter. So, you know, telling our Sharon off. No standing up and waving your finger, darling. If you're listening, love, I don't think you are. Okay, Nicola Bulley's friend seen arriving for today's hearing. Heather Gibbons, one of the friends that were giving these interviews, all these bizarre interviews that just looked like a load of, I don't know what to say. What? None of it looked real, did it? Why are you in Den? Everyone's welcome in, but don't start shit with other people, okay? Danny Jones is a moderator and he's a cool dude. So I won't be having any attacks on our moderators, okay? This is not about you. Don't make this about you, okay? This is about Nicola Bulley. So moderators, if there's any knobheads in the chat, like you're free to time out. Normally I say don't, but okay. Coroner's heartfelt message to grieving family as inquest begins. So this was this morning at 11:07. So the coroner arrived in court. He began by addressing Nicola's family directly and asking how much they would like him to refer. What's that? Oh, okay, thank you. He asked how much they would like him to refer to her, and they asked that he uses Nikki rather than Miss Bulley, even though the rest of it is all Miss Bulley. I am sorry that you are attending court under these circumstances, he went on. You have my deepest condolences, and I'll be grateful if you would pass that on to the children who were not in court for obvious reasons. He added, I am aware that the social media and press interest has been extensive. The inquest will hear from 20 witnesses. I reported on this morning. Okay. It goes on 16 today, and there's 4 tomorrow. Among those to give evidence are the pathologist, underwater and location experts, a surgeon who identified Miss Bulley through her dental records, who would have been that Dr. Armour, and the person who found her phone on a bench. Was that our Penny? I think it might have been. What, 20? I think they've got people who say you've got the specialists, the people who found her. I'm just looking at the chat here. I'm just gonna get rid of some people because I'm not in the mood, all right? I'm not in the mood today at all. Right, you're getting on my tits, Den, whatever your name is. I've timed you out. I'm sorry, but this is not about you and your beef. It's about someone who's passed away. All right? Do one. Not in the mood. Come back another day when I'm not talking about this shit. Okay, so 20 witnesses. So we've got Paul Ansell, Louise. Hello, Nikki Love. Hello, everyone coming in. I'm sorry I've missed some of you, but I've been really busy doing this. Okay, so her parents are there. Ernie and Dot are there today. Louise, the sister, Paul Ansell, they've all arrived at court this morning. Detective Superintendent Rebecca Smith, who led the investigation, is also present. Let's not forget that Rebecca Smith was also the same person the same detective who is usually involved in online child, how can I put this, PORN, and abuse on, photos and whatnot, online child abuse and drug busts. So why was this detective superintendent put in charge of this case? And they never named her. There was repeated requests by various people, including reporters, to Lancashire Police asking, who is in charge of this? Who is the lead detective? We know that Sally Riley was the officer who was giving the press conferences at first, but who is the lead detective? And they didn't name her until a few days before Nicola was found. Now, why was she there? Now, we did say this at the time. Why was she there? Okay. So it goes on. Nicola Bulley's family. This is. I'm going back to the earlier updates now from this morning. Okay, and then I'm working backwards. I've given you the latest now. I'm moving back. When I finish this, there'll probably be some new stuff. All right. Nicola Bulley's family are hopeful that the inquest will establish the true facts. Now, I have been told by several sources that the family already know, they've been told the outcome of the autopsy, the cause of death, and they've already been told apparently. But they're saying here that they're hopeful that we will establish the true facts. Okay, so I found this interesting. If anyone knows whether this is normal, that the family have got solicitors, is that normal? Nicola Bulley's family will be represented at the inquest by solicitor Terry Wilcox of Hudgell Solicitors and Sophie Cartwright of Dean's Court Chambers. So I don't know. These aren't my images. I only watermark videos. I'm live streaming. Okay. Yeah, this is a live stream. Anyone coming in, this is a live stream. Okay. So, it's not going to be a straightforward video. I'm just giving information. We will be interacting with chat a little bit as well. Not a lot, but a little bit. A spokesperson for the firm said her family are hopeful and confident. It could be so they can give press speak to the press so the family don't have to, that the inquest process will establish the true facts, a clear timeline of what happened and how Nicola died. Her family will not be making any comment until all evidence has been heard and until the coroner has delivered his conclusion. So I'm presuming that is why that they're there, the solicitor, lawyer, whatever you want to call it, is to give, oh, thank you, Danny, is to give updates to the press, because the family are obviously too grieving to even have to go there, which is why I find the whole thing bizarre with the partner giving, interviews when she'd only been missing for 10 days on Channel 5 with Dan Walker. It was so bizarre. I did break that down. It's been removed, not my one, but it's been removed off the internet now, that interview at Channel 5. But I just find it very strange. Even there, like, she's only been missing a few days, and look at him. Doesn't look like someone who's all dishevelled, does it? Um, there's something else that I might say. I don't know, but I have been contacted by somebody who I won't name, who she may be watching now, actually, whose sister was best friends with Nicola. Okay. But before I give out any more information on that, I will get permission off this person to speak about what happened, what she told me. All right. I say I've been contacted by Nicola's school friends. I've been contacted by Nicola's best friend before she met Paul's sister, and all of them have been supportive of what I'm doing. So these are people close to Nicola or her family who were close to Nicola. So for those few that are saying that I shouldn't be talking about this, it's all in the public domain, and I have the support of Nicola's friends. Okay, right, let's move on. So Paul Lancer was being called as a witness as due to give evidence. The county hall was busy with members of the public and media this morning ahead of the 2-day hearing. Remember, guys, it got pushed to 2 days. It started off as 1 day, and then it went to 2 days. Okay, so we've now got a full timeline, which I won't go through because we know all of this. But there is a full timeline there of the day she went missing, the 27th of January, which I personally believe that it happened the night before. All right. Hello, Apple Love. Hello. I'm sorry I've missed a lot of people, but I just want to say thank you to everybody who's here, and thank you to our members. I really appreciate you guys. You're amazing. All right. So this didn't make any sense, did it? Because we were told that she was this menopausal alcoholic, but they knew about that before, but never says anything. It's so bizarre. And it just so happened that this menopausal alcoholic had no alcohol in her bloodstream, apart from some that were made naturally by bacteria, which is a new one on me. But let's just trust the doctors. All right. If anyone knows different, let me know. Okay, let's go back. So, police liaison officers were spotted outside the court. I'm guessing they're to support the family. And it goes on, over 30 members of the press are expected to be in attendance, and extra security guards will be present. I wonder whether that what's it face will be there. What's his name? That Spencer dude, that Freemason. Search expert Peter Folding. This was at 9:30 this morning. And guys, just if you're coming in, I'm moving back. I will be going back to the front in a moment because there's probably going to be new updates. Okay, so just bear with me. If you're coming in, there's 527 watching. Please, please hit the like if you enjoy the content. It helps the algorithms. If you're coming in, it's been deemed that Nicola died of drowning, and that she went into the water alive, that she wasn't bumped off and then put in the water. Okay, Terry lol. Okay, so Peter Folding has spoken out, and remember, he wasn't asked to be there. And I find this really, really wrong, because Peter Folding apparently was contacted by Paul. Now, some people have said that Peter Folding got himself involved in this and stuck his nose in where it wasn't wanted. But no, he was asked by Paul. Now, how does Paul know Peter Folding? I don't know if he already knew him. I don't know. Okay. Okay, only way is crazy. I'll keep a lookout, sweetheart. Okay, Peter Folding's from SGI International says, sorry, Specialist Group International, and his team searched a stretch of the river. I like the way he's done this, because he hasn't been asked to give evidence, but he's still speaking out. Well done on him. I know a lot of people don't like him. I think he's a nice guy. All right. He issued a statement to clarify questions from the press and the public. and said he has had no contact with Lancashire police nor the coroner. Now, I did speak briefly to Peter Folding on his Facebook, and he did say that he weren't going to be speaking about this until after the inquest. He has been invited onto the show. He's very welcome to come on. I did say to him, you're very welcome, all right, to talk to us. So as we know, they were called in, they were asked to assist, and he didn't find her. And he goes on, our thoughts are with Nicola's family and close friends. And we hope that the upcoming inquest into the death of Nicola Bulley provides the answers they are seeking and deserve. And Peter, remember, he did this for nothing. He gave up his time, and he said that she was not in the water. And just to reiterate, I've had a comment this morning saying, yeah, because he didn't even check the reeds. That wasn't his job to check the reeds. We had mountain rescue, like I said before, sniffer dogs, specialist sniffer dogs. We had locals as well. Let's not forget that when someone goes missing in your local vicinity, all of the volunteers of all the locals come through. Now, let's also not forget that the police did not cornered it off. So when she went missing, there was no police cordon. They never put tape round. So all the members of the public who were looking for Nicola, because we forget about this, because sometimes we have to go back to the beginning to see how insane this entire thing is. No police cordon. The day she went missing, there's no foul play. How did they know this? Now, no police cordon, no foul play from the start, from the get-go. So all of the volunteers who were looking for Nicola were traipsing through, not knowing that they could be disturbing evidence. Now, another person has said this, and I said this from day one. It could be a case of she had the old prickaroo. Now, this is just another thing, and she had a heart attack. That's just another thing, because people are dying suddenly. That's a fact. We had one yesterday at Glastonbury. So is that why they're trying to cover this up? Because they don't want that to come out, that she actually had a heart attack from the okay, so that's another thing that it could be. But I still think there's foul play. I've said more and more now, I don't think Paul did it. I just think he was just an arsehole from what I've been told by people that knew him. Okay, so the police cleared by Watchdog for releasing mum's medical information. So this is when the police released it. This is really, really bizarre. I have been told that as well, Avenue Mall, that she never got the jab. I don't know how true that is. You know, do we know that for a fact? I don't know. Okay, I don't know. We'd have to ask somebody who knew her now. And the people that I know were friends with her either from a few years ago or 20 years ago. Okay. So it goes on. To Lancashire Police, they referred themselves, as we know, to the Independent Police Complaints Conduct, which I've spoke about before, and they got cleared. All right. It says that our investigation has identified important learning for the force. Now, remember, there was that welfare call. Now, that welfare call, there's one of the neighbours has come out and said that there was shouting coming from the house, and the welfare call was because of Nicola being abused by Paul. Now, again, this we've got no confirmation that this is true. We've only got like third-hand accounts that that's what the welfare call was. But what we do know, because I did actually do a live stream on this, when the watchdog cleared, two watchdogs, well, one of them cleared the police and the other one is going to clear them today, I reckon, or tomorrow. Cleared the police of any wrongdoing. They only sent one officer. Now, when there's a welfare call like that, when there's a vulnerable person who is apparently an alcoholic, which is what they're saying. I don't mean to speak ill of the dead, but this is what they're saying. An alcoholic, menopausal, blah, blah, blah. A welfare call, and they sent one officer, not two. There should be two. And there's usually a nurse or something, because if she had ongoing mental health problems, they sent one police officer who never had a body cam and never took a notebook. You couldn't make this shit up, folks. So the welfare call, we know this now because I've read the report and I did it live, that she never had a body cam on. So they only sent one officer. So we only have that one officer's word for what happened at that welfare call. I think the welfare call, which was, I think, 10 days before, is something that is important. I think it's important. Okay. I'm just drinking my tea. Give me a sec. 555 in chat. Okay, you can leave it on just subscribers only mode on. There's no minimum because there's going to be people coming in who are new to the channel. Okay. Thank you though, whoever's just done that, but I'm putting it any duration. Right. Okay. So they were cleared. Now, they at the time they should have put this out. That if she was vulnerable, why didn't they put this out? Why didn't they tell Peter Folding? I hope we find this out today. No, don't time Dr. Mengele out. Hide, unhide. Right, I've undone it for you. I know who he's sound. He's all right. Okay. And then we've got the inquest will begin today. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to go back to the beginning and see whether there's anything new there. I'm guessing they'll be breaking for lunch about now. So we might hear off our Sharon. Let's just see that she's been in touch. Right, she's not got the message yet. Let me just see whether, right, okay. Let me know when you break. Remember that they've taken a phone off her. Our Sharon is there, but they've taken her phone. So she's going to be in contact with us live when she gets her phone back at lunchtime. Okay. So we're going to go back to the beginning now and see what's this here. I don't know what that is. If there's nothing new, I'm guessing they've broke for lunch. I wonder whether Sally Riley will be there. What's this? What's this video here? Hold on. Oh, this was this morning outside. Thanks, Paul. Right, we've got some more updates here, so I'm going to pause that. Okay, I'm going to go back to the. Let's get rid of that. Okay, we'll just go back. So the last update we had was, here we go. Now, river at high tide. We've got some new updates since I've came on. This was at 12:22. The excuse me. The river was at high tide when Nicola went missing. A police diver has said. Mr. Thackeray showed a video. This is the guy who showed a video to the court of himself floating over the weir. So this is obviously where Maria was. So Maria, I don't know where Maria. I've not seen Maria for a bit actually. I hope she's okay. Our Maria, she actually filmed the police there, as we know. So he videoed himself floating over the weir with ease while saying that the river level on that day in April was lower than at the time then when Miss Bulley vanished. So they're saying that the copper could float over the weir very easily. Now, surely, right, if you are floating over the weir and you're alive and a big bloke, if you're a biggish bloke, then you're gonna. Oh, is she at the inquest? Okay, then surely you'd be able to give yourself a bit of a nudge, wouldn't you? So really, is that really submissible in the coroner's court? I'm not sure. I'm not quite sure. Anyway, let's move on. But on the day that by the time we arrived, it was low tide. That means it was high tide earlier in the day and potential pushing things back. His team arrived at around 4 p.m. on January the 27th. So this is the team that were there searching, and the team went back. The next update was at 12:32 p.m., which was approximately 20 minutes ago. Mr. Thackeray, who is the officer, goes on the day that Miss Bulley disappeared, the temperature of the water was around 4 degrees Celsius. The inquest was shown a video of the diver in the river during the investigation. In the clip taken in April, he can be heard saying that would feel very, very cold, almost freezing if you fell in. The cold water shock would have probably taken effect and cause you to gasp for breath, cause your muscles to seize up so you cannot swim properly. On whether it would be possible to climb out of the river, he added, no, not at all. It's very difficult to get out of the water here. I'm kind of like speechless about this now. I need to go down there myself and have a look. But from what I've been told, from footage I've been shown, and from several people that have been down there, and from what Peter Folding said, it's extremely shallow. Extremely shallow. I'm not seeing chat, guys, okay? I'm focusing on these inquest results. If I read chat, I won't be reading this. So, and just remember that there'll be people watching this on the replay who won't want to hear me chatting with chat, who just want to know what's going on. So I'm not being rude, but I'm not going to be interacting with chat much. Okay, so this officer who went back and was filmed himself going over the weir and that Maria's seen has said that no, not at all, not maybe, not possibly, no. It's impossible, according to him, to get out of the water if she fell in. I want to know how she fell in, because I still smell bullshit on this. I don't know about you guys, but okay. Oh, thank you, Danger Mouse. How kind. Thank you so much. Thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you. Okay. So at 12:47, which was less than 10 minutes ago, it goes on. Coldness would have led to loss of consciousness within 25 seconds. Don't shoot the messenger. This is what it's saying here. The temperature of the water on the day that Miss Bulley, even though they said to call her Nikki, still calling her Miss Bulley, went missing, meant that someone would lose consciousness within 25 seconds. Mr. Tipton, who's Mr. Tipton now? They're not saying who he is. He added, what does that, hang on a minute. Sorry. Does that say, is that saying it was a swear word? Because it's got like two little, hang on. You know when it's been blanked out because it's swearing, it's got like little blanked out things. It's got T. Is that supposed to be shit? I don't know. It's very rapid what does that say? Incapitation. Incapacitation. I can't say that word. I don't understand what this means. On how a person would react to entering the cold water, he said, those first seconds in the water, people really aren't considering anything else. We have heard people talk about roots. Oh, those pesky roots to grab onto and points of safety. But you would not be thinking about that. This Mr. Tipton said, we don't know who he is. You are preoccupied with attempting to hold your breath and get back to the surface. There is no normal, logical cognition going on. Okay. So they're saying here that Nicola just fell in at the bench and nothing to see here, basically. Okay. Oh, right. And it goes on here. I think I've read about that. 2 breaths. These are both updated at the same time. 2 breaths would have been a lethal dose. So 2 breaths of water when you're in the water there in that temperature would have been a lethal dose. An expert has told the inquest. Oh, here we go. Professor Michael Tipton. Sorry, I've missed this bit. So it's a professor, this Mr. Tipton guy. We estimate the temperature would have been around 3 to 5 degrees. So there would be a particularly powerful cold shock response. For somebody of Nicola's size, it would have taken 1 or 2 breaths of water to be a lethal dose. So that's what they're saying now. So you fall in the water, it's very shallow, and 2 breaths is the same as, I don't know, a lethal shot of poison, I'm guessing, because it's just killed her, is what they're saying. Okay. What do people, so far from what you're hearing, we've got 591 people here. Now, I am not really paying much attention to chat because I'm focusing on this, but just so far, do you guys believe what we're being told here? Give me a 1 if you believe what we're being told. Give me a 2 if you think that this is utter bullshit. And give me a 3 if you don't know. So 1 if you believe it. Give me a 1 if you believe this so far. Give me a 2 if you think it's utter bollocks. And 3 if you don't know. Just out of interest, I'd like to get an unscientific idea of what you guys are thinking. Okay, I'm looking at the chat now. We've got loads of 2s. We've got a 1 from Just Kate. We've got a 3 from Lulu. 1 from Gail. And lots of 2s. So 1 is you believe this. And we've got a few 3s. Okay, thank you, everybody. I really appreciate this. Bridget's not sure. Majority of people think 2. There's a couple of 1s and there's a few 3s which aren't sure. So I'd say majority of people are saying that it's bullshit. I agree. I'm not, I'm not going to give a definitive response until after the the entire 2 days. But there is, I'm just not feeling this. I knew this was going to happen. I kind of knew this was going to happen. And remember what Peter Folding said. Now, I'm hoping that after this ends, the inquest, that Peter Folding will speak out, all right, and say, okay, thank you, David. He says that number 3, coming from a medical background, a lot of the science is correct. Okay. Lulu doesn't know much about it. If we don't know much about it, sweetheart, then are you in the UK, hon? If you just search Nicola Bulley, then you'll understand. All right. Thank you, everybody. Don't forget, hit the like as well. Now, if you don't mind, thank you. So it goes on. I'm just going to see if any more updates. Okay, let's just do a quick refresh. Now, I'm guessing they've broken for lunch. No, it's just gone 1 o'clock. It's 1 minute past 1. Just get rid of that. Okay. Let's just see if we've got any new updates. Right, so the last update we had was that one. Loss of consciousness within 25 seconds. Okay, so I'm guessing we've broke for lunch now. This says you are preoccupied. Okay, with attempting to hold your breath and get back to the surface. There is no normal logical cognition going on. So it looks like we've broken for lunch. I'm not sure whether our Sharon will be getting in contact now. She has to go and get a bags back and a phone back. And if lunch is only an hour, they've got to go through all these people getting their phone back. Now, I have just been sent an email by somebody who has been really, really helping me with the case. Like I've said before, you guys are amazing, right? The subscriber clues nights were all down to you guys. And every time anyone sends me any information, I always, credit where it's due. I'm not doing an AD where he just steals other people's information. And I want to make I'm going to be making a video on him soon as well. Just one. And it's not about this case, but I've been told a few things about him stealing my work. So anyway, okay. Now I've just been sent this. The post-mortem findings summary were rigor has passed, covered in mud. Blood stain on chin, early marbling effects on parts of body, decomposition. Now, we were told it was that Nicola had to be, she had to be identified via her, hello Jane love, via her medical records. So surely that means that you've been completely, that there's not much to go by. This is what I don't get. But early marbling, blood stain on chin. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, dental records. So yeah, blood stain on chin is what I'm being told here. So I want to say thank you to the person who's sending me these things. Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry. I'm trying to read like several things at the same time, so I'm apologise. I'm getting mixed up. Right. Okay. Yeah, we've obviously stopped now. We broke for lunch. Let me just do a quick search and see if there's anything else before we go. And when we're waiting for Sharon. Now, Sharon may or may not have time to contact us. She said she would, but I'm also aware that she doesn't have a phone. And if they only have like half an hour to an hour for lunch, then she's going to have to eat, isn't she? So let me just see if there's anything else that I need to know about. Okay. I want to see whether the full autopsy results are out, because I don't think they are. Just bear with me. I still can't believe that they're saying that there's no evidence that Nicola was assaulted when she's got bruises all over her. I just think it's just disgusting. I knew this was coming. I really did know it was coming, but the best case scenario, even though this doesn't sound very good for the family, is there's an open verdict, because that means that they haven't determined a cause of death, and they're open to other things. Right, yeah, it looks like that's it now. That's it. Okay, so it is lunchtime. So I'm just going to message our Sharon again and just see whether she's got a phone back yet. So we do have people at the inquest reporting for us, remember. For those people that are just coming in, again, just to give you a quick update, Nicola died of drowning according to the inquest today. She died of drowning. She would have died after 1 or 2 breaths of water. She would have floated 1 meter a second. She would have easily gone over the weir. There was no blood in her, no alcohol in her blood, but there was alcohol which was caused by a bacteria which was present in her body because she died in the water, which produces alcohol. I don't know whether this is a real thing. I've never heard of this before, but I'm sure there'll be people who know. Yes, I can confirm that they say that Nicola died of drowning, no alcohol, no foul play, and I don't believe it, Rita. No, love, I'm just catching a bit of chat now. It's just something's not up with this. Yeah, I feel the same, verbal diarrhea. We knew this was coming. I thought the same, gut garden bird. I like your name, nesting box. I thought that if you're dead, especially if you've just been frozen, which is what they're saying, that she, a body would have seized up, how would she have bruised? Because surely if your body's freezing cold, oh, thank you, Jane. Surely if your body is freezing cold and your muscles are seizing up. Crystal says yes. I'll do that later, the video of Maria. I just want to get the inquest. This is just a short one where we're just going to be getting the information out, and then tonight we'll be live. Hopefully we'll have Sharon on, because Sharon is there for us. Now I think she planned on taking a notebook, so she'll be having made some notes. Was there a mention of morphine? No, but remember, we haven't had the afternoon, and we've also got one tomorrow. So we do have more to come. I don't think Paul's given his evidence yet. I don't know. It doesn't mention that he has. He is due to give evidence today. But according to the timeline, it doesn't mention that he has given. That's what I thought, Long Jericho. But the family are there. The family want answers. We prayed that the family would get answers. And so far, we've just been given a cause of death, drowning. Right, they've broken for lunch, so I'm going to cut this off now. What time are you on tonight? It varies, Candice. It depends on what time. Yeah, Shona, they do that a lot. They keep kicking people off. That's why the figures keep going up and down by quite a lot. Maybe the rocks, yeah, but if she's already dead, I don't know. You sound like Paul Ansel, Oliver, the scenarios. I'm joking. We need to hear the rest of this, okay? So 666 watching, blimey. Oh gosh. We will. It's all right, Chartel, love. Yeah, message me later. I haven't been on Telegram for a while. Hello, Misty. Hello, everyone coming in. Really appreciate you. Yeah, remember she had a coat on as well. And remember, take care, Scottish Davros. Remember that Nicola, they didn't know 3 days on how she got to the bloody school. They said they didn't know. They said that we know that Nicola walked from the school to the bench, but we don't know how Nicola got from her home in Imskip to St. Michael's, even though her car was parked in the car park. It just doesn't matter. You imagine if it was 23 witnesses called. Yeah, it's 20, apparently, but you never know. You never know. They might call 3 more. Okay, guys, I'm going to end this now. It looks like they've broken for lunch. Someone's just turned slow mode off. I don't know why. And we'll see you in a bit, guys. We'll see you in a bit. I don't know what time. Look, this afternoon, if there's more stuff coming on, I might jump back on in an hour or two. I don't want to guarantee it. I might jump back on in an hour or two, or it'll be tonight. I have no idea, Jane. I haven't done that. All right, guys. Take care, and I'll see you all in a bit. I will be back on. I will be back on. All right, guys. Take care. I'll see you in a bit, folks. And yeah, looks like it's going to be a whitewash. See you in a bit, folks. Lots of love. Take care. Bye-bye.